letter. It is 100% for free. Check out our podcast, books, movies, and more. Let's go. Now, let's talk about our last story, which is Kyle, our favorite Vio Kyle. Oof. So this is according to Reality Blurb. It says Kyle Richards talks new dynamic on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after Rinna's exit and moving on from, quote, toxicity as her daughters defend bikini pic. Okay. Kyle Richards says she hopes to, quote, move on from toxicity as the cast prepares to film season 13. Side note, season 13 has started filming. We've seen Erica Jane filming, and I saw that Dorit has also been seen filming. However, the fate of Dorit is still up in the air. I think they're doing sort of like a, you come, you film, and then earn your diamond, like earn your spot, the way they did with Taylor, the way they did with, what's her name in New Jersey, with Jackie, the way they did with Sutton. So I think what they're doing with Dorit is like, well, if you come and you bring it, then fine, you can get your diamond back. But if you don't, then you can just be a friend of. Okay, let's keep going. Meanwhile, her daughters recently defended her amid speculation she's using Ozempic for weight loss. Last season on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Kyle saw a fracture in her relationship with sister Kathy Hilton after Lisa Rinna claimed she threatened Kyle and Bravo. According to reports, the siblings are still not speaking to one another. No surprise there. Why would you ever talk to Kyle again? But let's keep going. In an interview with Hollywood Life, Kyle shared how she feels as they prepare to film again. I think I'm looking forward to just moving on, really, said the 50-year-old. Last season was a very, very difficult season. She went on to say, I just want to move on from the negativity and the toxicity and get back to, having a good time and our relationships and growing more together as a group. The star expressed her desire to bring in some positivity for this season. Side note, I think Kyle is worried. I think Kyle is shaking in her boots. I think Kyle knows that this season, the producers are watching, we're watching, the executive are watching, and I think Kyle has never, ever felt insecure about her position on the show, but I think now she does. We all know Kyle has been insecure in a lot of other ways. Her anxiety, her looks, Mauricio's cheating, blah, 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 her friendships, blah, 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 blah. But I don't think Kyle ever thought that her position on the show would ever be threatened. But I think now she's feeling the heat. That's why she's trying to lose all this weight. That's why she's saying, oh, let's bring the positivity. That's why she's, I bet you is going to try and buddy up to Garcelle and Sutton. I think for the very, very first time, Kyle is actually having to show up in a different way in order to keep her diamond. Okay? And don't forget, Bravo has been on this kick of getting rid of OGs. They got rid of Vicky. They got rid of Nene. They got rid of Tamra. They got rid of a lot of people, right? So who knows? Anyway, let's keep going. She went on to say, oh, that's right, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I mean, I'm not in the mood to take anybody's BS, she added. So that's an energy I'm bringing. And I really just want to get back to having fun. So, I've had seasons where I've had so much fun. I've laughed the whole time. And of course, a couple of tears here and there. But this one was just so rough. I just wanted to get back to, having fun again and a woman having a good time. Kyle also thinks Lisa made the correct decision in departing from the show. You mean she got fired and Kyle is just agreeing with her leaving because she doesn't want to go against the grain. Girl, bye. And also don't forget, there were rumors that behind the scenes, Kyle and Andy were both windmilling to keep Lisa Rinna on the show, and it obviously didn't work. Now, this is the thing, Kyle. The reason why you had such a rough season was because of you. Again, no accountability, no sense of awareness. In any of this conversation, has Kyle said, I've looked back at the season and I saw where I messed up. I saw where I could have done better. And I'm looking forward to going into the new season doing things differently. No, you're like, I'm not in the mood to take anybody's BS. Kyle, nobody gave you BS. You gave us the BS. That's why we call you Bio Kyle. You are the one who did this. Kathy didn't do this to you. Garcelle didn't do this to you. Maybe Dorit did because she's probably doing Mauricio. Sutton didn't do this to you. Quizits kept Lisa, Rinna, and Erica didn't do this to you. You did it to yourself. So this is the thing. We're not in the mood to take your BS, Kyle. So get it together. She goes on to say, I think that the show can be very difficult. And, you know, I understand that, said the star. That's a stretch. Sometimes you need a break. And Lisa was great on the show, and she will be missed. And you never know what happens in the future, so we'll see. Well, with Lisa out, Kyle thinks a new dynamic will develop in the cast. The dynamic is always changing each season as cast members come and go. And, you know, alliances change and people learn and grow, hopefully, she explained. So yes, of course, there will be a new dynamic, absolutely. Recently, Kyle uploaded a bikini pic from a vacation in Mexico. That's what's on the screen. And fans commented with speculation about her weight loss. Kyle's daughters defended the star, who continually denies using Ozempic to shed pounds. She insists her diet and workout routine triggered the transformation. Kyle, I don't believe you for a second. I think you're lying. I think you're lying. This is what I think you did, and this is what I think a lot of celebrities and a lot of rich people or a lot of people with means do. They do the Ozempic shot or some type of shot like Ozempic, and or they do liposuction, and or they do some type of sculpting, whatever the case is, but they have some sort of jump start that the rest of us just don't have. And then they come out looking, you know, thin and tight and sculpted, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, you know, it's Pilates. Oh, I do 2-hour cardio. Oh, you know, it's my diet plan. Stop lying. You may be maintaining it now through diet and exercise and all of that. But you also have to remember, they also have personal trainers and nutritionists. You know, they're not like me Googling, you know, how to get your best body in 2023, google.com. No, they have nutritionists. They have personal trainers. They have, you know, for their skin, they have dermatologists. They have teams of people. And then they want to play in our faces like they just, you know, I'm just going to go hit the gym and drink some water and this is what happened. Stop lying. You may be, you know, changing your lifestyle now, like your diet and exercise, in order to maintain it. But the way in which you got it, you got some help. And the thing is, that is okay. That is 100% fine. Nobody has a problem with how you got it. My issue is be transparent about it. Because now you have people who actually believe the crap that comes out of your mouth. You have people who actually look up to you, out here killing themselves, thinking that's how they're going to look like you. It's like, think about Kylie Jenner, right? How she got her lips through injections. Her lips are not naturally like that. Those are injections. But yet she's selling a lip kit. Get my lips through this lip kit. You can't get your lips through that lip kit unless there is a syringe with fillers and injectables that's coming in the lip kit. Same exact thing. Nobody's getting your body with the crap you're posting on Instagram, Kyle. It's just a lie. Just be honest. You got help. You got something going on, and now you're maintaining it through your diet and exercise. Anyway, let's keep going. I'm so tired of these celebrities on Ozempic trying to pass off their sudden drastic transformation as diet and exercise alone. I agree. Nobody cares if you're on Ozempic. We do care if you lie and mislead people into thinking these results are attainable through diet and exercise alone in a short time frame, said one fan via Heavy. I agree 100%. Shout out to that fan. I agree with you. No lies detected. The reason people are asking for true honesty And how this was accomplished is so we can stop feeling gaslit. Denying the unlimited money and access to spend on procedures, trainers, chefs, and medications can make people feel bad about themselves when, quote, cutting alcohol and carbs doesn't do the same thing for them, another expressed. Exactly. Exactly. That's the danger. That's the problem we have. You know, are you really working out 2 hours a day? Or did your doctor do a little suck, nick tup? You got a little shot going on. But now you have girls, and now you have boys, now you have men, now you have women out here killing themselves, trying to look like you in an unattainable way. Kyle's daughters then entered the chat to stand up for their mother. I'm sorry, listen, I'm not talking about Portia because Portia is 14 or 15, but her other 3 daughters who are adults, even though they act like children, they can shut up. And I'm only saying that to the adult children. I'm not saying that to Portia. She's a girl. She's a little girl. I'm not saying that to Portia. I'm only saying it to the adult children. They can shut up. You need to tell your mother to stop being out here lying and denying. Instead, they're saying, LOLing at everyone thinking this can't just be a result of a healthier lifestyle. Girl, sounds like slay, continued Alexia Umansky. Alexia Umansky, you need to shut up and read a book. Because at this point, you're about 28, 27 years old, and you read as if you're 12. And by read, I don't mean like actually like reading something. I mean the way you come across. You come across as if you're a 12-year-old. So shut up, Alexia. Like, honestly, go work on yourself. Because it's a lot. If anybody watched Buying Beverly Hills or any content Alexia puts out, I thought when she first came out, I thought she was like, and I'm not lying, I thought she was like 17 or 18. But in a year or so, she's about to be 30 years old. I mean, I'm telling you, watch it and you're going to be blown away. So Alexia, please sit down and shut up. Hard work pay off, said cast of Buying the Hills. I actually really like Farrah, but you're also very, very thin. So maybe you need some help too. She's extremely thin. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I actually really like her. But if I was you, I would be paying more attention to what your alleged fiance Alex is doing than trying to clap back at people online. When's the wedding date? Just saying. Despite her daughter's support, fan speculation about Kyle's alleged use of Ozempic seems to be growing. Dun, 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 dun. Of course it is. Kyle, bye. Girl, bye. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. Oh, hey, Ao Ann, what's up? Ao Ann said, thank you so much for the super stack. She goes, I have a personal trainer and Pilates instructor and nutritionist. I have good results because I'm genetically thin. That Ozempic thief is over 50. It's extremely difficult to look fit naturally. Yep. 100%. 100%. And that's the thing. It's like, don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Do you know what I mean? It's like, Kyle, to be honest, the way, like, in some of the photos, like the ones where it's like really muscly, I'm like, girl, what is going on? Yay. But this bikini pic, she looks good in this one. You know, because this is the thing, I'm not a hater. I'm not hating on Kyle. I think in this bikini pic, I think she actually really looks great. There are some other ones where I'm like, what in the world is going on? But in this one, I think she looks good. So it's not even about hating on her body. My problem is just like we've been saying, it's the gaslighting. Like, I'm sorry, Kyle, but you're not going to look at me and tell me you went from the way you looked, which was actually fine, normal, and natural, to how you are now, simply because you stopped drinking alcohol and cut out some carbs. At 54, and I'm not age shaming because I think it's actually great that you're 54 and you want to work on your body and all of that stuff. That's fantastic. There's no way I'm age shaming, but I also know science, right? I also have common sense. As our bodies age, which is a natural and normal process, and it is a blessing to get older. It's a blessing, not a curse. You're lucky to grow old. That's a blessing. But as we get older, our body changes. Obviously, not everybody, but the majority of people, more likely, yes than not, as you get older, your metabolism changes. And also your body structure changes. You know, you get softer in places. Your body changes. You know, the body you had when you were 15 versus the body you had when you're 25 versus the body you will have when you're 35 versus the body you will have when you're 45 or 55. Those are going to be very, very different bodies. Even professional athletes, their bodies still change. So, Kyle, it's the lying. It's the gaslighting. That's the issue we have with you. So stop posting the fact that you're eating fish and vegetables on your Instagram story and lying and saying people are asking you about your meal prep. I don't think a person in this world was like, Kyle, what's your meal prep? I'm not buying it, Kyle. I'm not buying it. I'm just not. And the saddest part is you would have had a great storyline. Do you know what I mean? Kyle, if you were actually authentic and vulnerable, you would have had the best storyline. You could have came in and been like, hey, listen, there is this rumor going around that one of my best friends is having an affair with my husband. Even though I don't believe it, this is Kyle talking because we know Candy, me, I believe it, but I'm talking as if I were Kyle. She could be like, hey, I'm Kyle. I just turned 54. There is this horrible rumor that my best friend, who is, I think, isn't Dorit in like her late 40s, who's in her late 40s, whatever the case is, you know, she's super thin, she's hot, she's great, is having an affair with my husband. I'm also going through a really hard time with my family. You know, I did some stuff I'm not proud of, and now my sisters aren't talking to me. I'm going through a really hard time. So I'm going to focus on my mental health, and I'm going to focus on my physical health, and I want to be in the best shape of my life. And this is how I'm going to do it. And I want you guys to join me on that journey of getting my confidence back, of getting my sexy back. That would have been an amazing storyline because it would have been something that I could actually be invested and buy into. Because I think everybody gets that. Everybody gets feeling not so comfortable in your skin. Everybody gets feeling insecure about a relationship. Everybody gets feeling not great when you're beefing with your family. And then trying to, you know, come out on the other side of that. That would have been a bomb storyline. But instead, this is what you give us. Selfies and eating fish and weird stuff at your quote at-home gym. Kyle, shut up. Like, this is why we call you vile, and this is why we never connected with you on a real level, and this is why you've never been a fan favorite, because fan favorites actually invite us into their lives, and that's why we become invested in them, and that is what makes them our favorite. Girl, bye. Hey, AON says, Lori Harvey also gets help such as M-Sculpt. Her abs are not from diet exercise, not easy to achieve for women. These celebs love lying to women. AON, girl, listen. Listen, yes. Okay, I was talking to my hairstylist yesterday because I got my hair did yesterday. And me and her, we were talking about Lori Harvey, right? And I said the same exact thing. Because me and my hairstylist were, just, chit-chat, and we're chopping it up, talking about Lori because she's one of our favorite girls. And my hairstylist was talking about how she was looking into, different Pilates classes and all of that stuff. And I was like, that Lori Harvey got just the same exact thing I'm saying with Kyle. I'm like, she got like a big up. She got like a head start. There's some type, just like you said, it's like the M-Sculpting. It's the lipo in certain areas. They get extra help. That is not diet and exercise. the way their bodies are sculpted, the way that they're sort of configured, the way they're perfectly proportioned isn't natural. And by natural, I just mean diet and exercise. It's not. They get that blueprint put together, right? And then maybe she maintains it through Pilates. Maybe they maintain it through the diet and the exercise, but that's not how they got it. You see what I'm saying? So I agree with you, AON, 100%. And it's so funny because me and my stylist were talking about her. Me and my hairstylist were talking about her yesterday because we love Lori. We love Lori Harvey. But I was saying, I was like, yeah, I was like, you can do the Pilates class, but be prepared because if you want a Lori Harvey body, you're going to have to, get some extra treatments and all this, that, and the third. Because they definitely do. It's like saying, oh, I don't know cars, but it's like, oh, I drive a Ford and, through oil changes and waxing, I now drive a Bentley. It's just through maintenance that my Ford became a Bentley. I don't know if this analogy makes sense, guys, but you know what I mean? It's like, no, you buy the Bentley and then you maintain its Bentleyness through waxing, washing, oil changes, this, that, and the third. You maintain it. But the way you got it was that you bought it. I don't know if that analogy makes sense, but you know what I'm saying. Ugh, and that's right, Foxy. They use special filters when they post pics of themselves on the net. That is also true. Even, quote, paparazzi pictures, they can be edited, they can be photoshopped, even video. And that shook me. When I realized that they were even putting filters on videos, I was like, okay, now I'm really shook. now I'm really shook. You know what I mean? Ugh, but I want to know what you guys think. And stick around my Candy King, so I want to take your Candy King questions, comments. I want to know what you guys think. Put it exactly, Foxy. Even Beyonce does it with her thighs. Yep, 100%. Remember when Beyonce got called out for the thigh gap Photoshop? 100%. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. What do you think about, Kyle and Ozempic and all of this stuff? And also, are you like me? And do you think that she had, what do you call it? Such a missed opportunity, right? She had such a missed opportunity to actually bring us into her life and what she's going through and her insecurities. But instead, she's faking it and fronting it. And again, blaming everybody else, talking about she's not going to take anybody's BS. And it's just like, Kyle, did you watch the same show we watched? Like, who are you talking to, Kyle? Who gave you any BS? Just a lot of weird cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs stuff. Put it down below. Thank you again, AON. It says, my comments are not intended to be mean. This is just to shed light on the truth. Women are beautiful. Our bodies are only required to be healthy. Kiss, kiss. Yes. Yes, AON. No. We didn't take your comments to be mean at all. Not at all. 100% shedding light on the truth. Because it's not about what you do. It's about whether or not you're lying about it. And is that lie detrimental to the mental health, and then which goes on to the physical health of the people who are, quote, following you, your, quote, fans? That's what it really is to me. Yes, we are required to, we want us to be healthy and everything, but when you do have a fan base and not all of the fans use their own discernment, use their own logic and being like, this doesn't make sense, they actually just believe whatever the celebrity is saying as if it's the truth, as if it's the gospel. And then when they try to apply it to their own lives and it doesn't work, then they don't feel good about themselves. They have low self-esteem. They feel less than. They feel like there's a lack within themselves, right? So thank you, AON. Yeah, we definitely did not think you were being mean at all. We appreciate you. stick around my candy cane, so I'm about to stick your candy cane questions and comments. But before I do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because the key is always better with community. Check out our description box down below and join our newsletter. It's free. Check out our podcast